profoundly pleased and honored to stand before you today to present to the members of this honorable assembly the Rivers State budget for the year 2025 fiscal year. As you know, this is my second budget address since assuming the mantle of leadership on May 29th, the year of our Lord 2023. On December 13th, 2023, I presented my first budget under the theme Renewed Hope, Consolidation, and Continuity. A year later, we have every reason to thank God for the continuing privilege of serving our dear state and our people with courage, honor, integrity, despite the obvious challenges. Mr. Speaker, I want to assure you and the good people of Rivers State that we are determined, resolute in providing our dear state with unmatched services. Indeed, we were elected at this time to serve God's divine purpose for the state and our people. And with Him by our side, we will continue to provide and ensure that our campaign promises are fulfilled. Our mission in government is to serve the state, advance its development, and deliver sustainable improvement in the well-being of all residents. As servant leader, we are responsible for securing the state and delivering quality, effective, and efficient public service, including education, healthcare, socio-economic infrastructures, to service the best interests of our people. We also must create an enabling environment for the private sector to strive and create jobs and sustainable economy opportunities for all, including our youth, to prosper and live a good life. From the onset, we are committed to responsibly deploying our collective resources to build a more secure, peaceful, and develop the state and provide a prosperous future for our children. We have been working tirelessly in the past 1 year and a half to restore confidence and trust in the government and fulfill all our promises to the good people of Rivers State. To the glory of God, we have made unprecedented investment and recorded significant impact in our priority areas of road infrastructure, healthcare, education, general administration, and the security of lives and property. Our economy is steadily growing, while social economic infrastructure, including schools, roads, hospitals, are being delivered at an unprecedented pace throughout the state, including the most remote parts of our villages. Therefore, it is with profound sense of pride and fulfillment that I come to present the Rivers State budget for 2025 fiscal year to enable us to continue to push on with our bold agenda to build and realize the River State of our dreams. A state that is truly secured, great, prosperous, with the best environment for people to live, work, do business, and visit. 2024 Budget Performance Review. Mr. Speaker, you may wish to note that the total revenue projection for the year 2024 fiscal year was 800 billion 392 million 485,433 naira 1 kobo. Out of the total revenue, 283 billion 235 million 306,406 naira was expected from the Federation Account Allocation Committee. We also provided a sum of 231 billion 57 million 836,945 naira, only to be derived from internal revenue sources, including taxes, capital receipts, and loan. As of November 2024, the total FAC receipts were 340 billion 771 million 971,028 naira 50 kobo, more than the figure projected for in the fiscal year, a difference of 57 billion 536 million 664,622 naira 52 kobo. The favorable revenue performance from FAC resulted from enhanced revenue from our share of the value-added tax and forex exchange gain. Similarly, as of the end of November 2024, the internally generated revenue was 282 billion 557 million 399,997 naira 78 kobo, which was above 51 billion more than the 231 billion 57 million 836,945 naira budgetarily projected. We are expecting the internal generated revenue for 2024 to close at over 300 billion by the end of December 2024, which is over 100% more than the total receipt for the year 2023. Mr. Speaker, it is worthy to note that this is the first time the River State could record a historic 100 billion increase in IGR in a succeeding year. Most interestingly, the fundamental increase was realized without raising or imposing new taxes, which underscores the success of our administration. Commitment to enhances domestic resources mobilization as the primary source for funding the government expenditure and the measure we have put in place to drive this vision. The organic increase in our internal generated revenue also shows that the state's domestic economy is on the right path to real and sustainable growth, and that it is only a matter of time before we realize our abiding drive for economic self-reliance and sustainability. Furthermore, we funded our expenditure and met all our debt repayment obligations for fiscal year 2024 without taking any new loan, as a deliberate strategy to reduce deficit financing in line with our commitment to prudent management of available public resources to ensure real and sustainable economic growth and development. Mr. Speaker, on the expenditure side, the good news is that 2024 recurrent budget was fully funded, thereby recording 100% implementation. In addition to fully meeting our salary, gratuity, overhead obligation, including the continued payment of arrears to workers, pensioners, MDA, respectively, we have also implemented the 85,000 minimum wage, which is the highest in the state and matched only by Lagos State. Similarly, the 2024 capital budget also recorded a successful implementation with 100% historical performance in line with our administration commitment to transforming the state through extensive infrastructural and human capital development. In terms of project execution and delivery, we worked on all the inherited projects and initiated some new legacy projects within the year 2024 fiscal year. As of today, we have delivered over 30 road projects and numerous school, health, security, housing, and community development projects across the state. Construction work has continued with our flagship road projects, such as the Port Harcourt Ring Road, dual carriage and bridge, the Elele, Ebeda, Omok dualization, and the Trans-Calabari Road, and others. In all, we met both our revenue and expenditure targets and substantially achieved our budget objective for 2024. In terms of expectation, performance, project delivery, despite the macroeconomic challenges of the national economy, including a high inflation, devaluation of naira, and the prolonged political crisis. The 2025 budget. The total projected revenue for Rivers State for the year of our Lord 2025 fiscal year is 1,808,962,739,932 naira 36 kobo only. The two components of the budget are constituted as follows. Recurrent expenditure is 262 billion 254 million 153,418 naira 98 kobo, while capital expenditure is put at 678 billion 88 million 433,692 naira 3 kobo. Planning reserve at 35 billion 688 million 864,931 naira 16 kobo, and a closing balance of 12 billion 931 million 287,890 naira 19 kobo. This gives a recurrent and capital expenditure ratio of 44.56%, indicating the sincere commitment of our administration to both infrastructural and human capital development of our people and the state. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, the 2025 budget is premised on achieving sustainable economic growth, accelerating the development of the state, and improving the living standard of our people. Therefore, it contains policy measures and objectives that will strengthen our capacity to weather possible external shock from the national economy, to build the resilience of our economy and advance our collective development and prosperity. It is for this reason that we have christened the budget of 2025 a budget of inclusive growth and development. The 2025 budget assumption so policy objective. The 2025 budget is premised on the following assumption: oil price benchmark of $80 per barrel, our production rate of 1.8 million barrels per day, naira USD exchange rate 1,500 per dollar, a 22% inflation rate. We are also projecting improved contribution from the non-oil sector to the national economy, including substantial receipts from value-added tax and exchange gain. In addition, we are projecting a GDP growth rate of 3.18% for the state, increasing internal generated revenue to not less than 35% of the total budget, and reducing the fiscal deficit by limiting, if not outright freezing, resort to domestic borrowing for budget funding and augmentation. Furthermore, we shall expand our internal tax base by bringing more people into the tax net and saving where we can, and invest more in the critical sectors that will strengthen the state's economic foundation and enhance our development. We will further improve the ease of doing business and provide incentive to attract local and foreign direct investment into the state to stimulate economic growth, improve internal revenue generation, and enhance job creation. Mr. Speaker, the above assumption and budget policy objective were derived from the economic and fiscal updates, the fiscal strategy paper, and the budget policy statement, which adequately examine global dynamics and the current trend with their implication for the national and the state economic performance potential, in addition to the 3 years historical performance of the state revenue and expenditure. The overall objective of this is to pursue as much as possible and achieve a realistic budget that significantly closes the gap between the estimate and possible actual. We are therefore confident that the 2025 appropriation estimate is the true reflection of the reality of the state of our economy, with reasonable flexibility that allows for imminent shock from the current challenges with the national economy and macroeconomic framework. Financing the 2025 budget is as follows. Internally generated revenue is placed at 264 billion 368 million 639,654 naira 59 kobo. Total allocation 18 billion 202 million 545,782 naira 33 kobo. Mineral funds 132 billion 172 million 838,156 naira 3 kobo. Value added tax 204 billion 262 million 19,866 naira 24 kobo. Refund escrow through Paris and SS crude. Our projection is 31 billion 200 million. Refund from bank charges. Our projection 27 billion 500 million. SS crude account 20 billion 600 million. Exchange rate gain 25 billion 244 million 20,674 naira 39 kobo. Forex equalization 50 billion. Other funds from FAC 50 billion. Asset sales 25 billion. Capital receipts 9 billion 879 million 557,210 naira. Proposed internal grants 60 billion 80 million. proposed external grants, 7,521,830,698,000 naira rather, 60 kobo. Proposed loan and bond, 250 billion. Prior year balance, 12 billion 931 million 287,890 naira 19 kobo. When all these are summed together, we have a total revenue source 1,188 billion 962 million 739,932 naira 37 kobo. Recurrent expenditure. Mr. Speaker, 462 billion 254 million 153,418 naira 98 kobo is allocated to recurrent expenditure. The breakdown of recurrent expenditure is as follows. Personnel Emolument, 169 billion 668 million 205,260 naira 86 kobo. New recruitments, 47 billion 137 million 254,525 naira 70 kobo. Overhead costs, 20 billion 135 million 590,137 naira. Grant contribution and subsidies, 9 billion 600 million. Counterpart pension scheme, 15 billion. Provision from gratuity, 60 billion. Death benefits, 18 billion. Monthly pension allowance, 30 billion 100 million. Domestic loan interest, 30 billion 246 million 908,958 naira 47 kobo. Foreign loan interest, 6 billion 419 million 558,682 naira 61 kobo. Domestic loan principal repayment, 29 billion. Foreign loan principal repayment, 14 billion 978 million 970,259 naira 83 kobo. FAC deduction, 3 billion 679 million 614,822 naira 51 kobo. COT charges and general administration, 5 billion. Reimbursement, 60 million. Harmonization, 840 million. Consolidated revenue fund charges, 391 million, 50,770 naira. This gives us a total of 662 billion, 254 million, 153,418 naira, 98 kobo. Capital expenditure. Capital expenditure is projected at 678 billion, 88 million, 433,692 naira, 3 kobo. Sectoral breakdown of expenditure. Governance, 213 billion, 585 million, 509,623 naira, 75 kobo. Information and communication, 3 billion, 404 million, 986,385 naira, 31 kobo. Finance and planning, 11 billion, 143 million, 591,806 naira, 45 kobo. Public administration, 21 billion, 110 million, 915,588 naira, 89 kobo. Infrastructure, 195 billion, 774 million, 765,456 naira, 35 kobo. Agriculture, 30 billion, 954 million, 421,684 naira, 60 kobo. Commerce and investment, 2 billion, 723 million, 989,108 naira, 25 kobo. Culture and tourism, 2 billion, 104 million, 900,674 naira, 55 kobo. Education, 63 billion, 275 million, 138,622 naira, 61 kobo. Health, 97 billion, 550 million, 635,249 naira, 84 kobo. Social development, 15 billion, 477 million, 210,842 naira, 33 kobo. environment and sustainable development, 12 billion 877 million 39,420 naira 79 kobo. Judiciary, law and justice, 8 billion 605 million 329,228 naira 31 kobo. This gives us a total of 678 billion 88 million 433,692 naira 3 kobo. Mr. Speaker, besides aligning with our fiscal reality, the 2025 budget prioritizes the fundamental objective of building a secure, prosperous, and resilient state with inclusive economic growth, sustainable development, and improved standard of living for everyone. We will strive to address the challenges of social economic inequality, social exclusion, and poverty by ensuring improved access to food and nutrition, quality education, healthcare, social economic infrastructures, job, and economic empowerment. Subsequently, our core priorities for the 2025 fiscal year includes agriculture, economic growth, quality education, healthcare delivery, basic infrastructures, and social investment. Mr. Speaker, I wish to reiterate once more that agriculture is at the heart of our business objective for the year 2025 because it's imperative for job creation, economic growth, and achieving food security for our dear state. Accordingly, we have allocated over 31 billion to support intervention in agricultural development. This sum will enable us to implement a comprehensive agricultural transformation support program for our youth and also to contribute significantly resolving the challenges of youth unemployment, poverty, and food insecurity in our state. We shall provide land preparation, farm input, and extension services, including training, tractors, and access to improved seedling and fertilizers to farmers to enhance their productivity and farm yield. We will build more rural roads to enable all impaired access to farmland in our rural areas and ease the transportation of farm products to urban markets and existing export terminal. We are committed to actualizing the African Development Bank funded agricultural processes zone scheme in the states. I have accordingly mandated the Commissioner for Agriculture to liaise with the Federal Minister of Agriculture and accelerate the implementation processes. Furthermore, we are ready to collaborate and provide incentives for private investment in large-scale farming of livestock, fish, cash crop, vegetable for domestic consumption and export. Education. Mr. Speaker, we shall continue to provide access to quality education to all levels of our educational system to enable our children to have the knowledge and skill that they need to excel in their career and to contribute to the development of our state. Consequently, we have proposed to spend over 36 billion naira, representing 9.3% of the budget on the educational fiscal year. With this, we shall assess all outstanding matching grants from the Universal Basic Education Commission to rehabilitate, equip, and furnish dilapidated public primary and junior secondary school, and continue to provide free basic education to our children. We will also rehabilitate, equip, and furnish as many senior secondary schools across the state, including the provision of new classroom, perimeter fencing, water, electricity, to provide a conducive environment for effective learning, teaching to take place. We shall work with these school-based management boards, administrators, parents, and teachers to fix our broken school system, improve enrollment, keep learners in school, promote effective teaching, and improve learning outcome. We shall also ensure the recruitment of 3,000 teachers to improve teachers-learner ratio, and also provide incentives for teachers posted to serve in our rural communities. Furthermore, we shall ensure the takeoff of the Rivers State College of Education at Opopo and continue to provide necessary funding and support for all our tertiary institutions to provide infrastructures, build new hostels, enhance their administrative capacity to effectively discharge their mandate on human capital development for the state and country. Healthcare. Mr. Speaker, the health of our people is a major priority to our development objective. Consequently, our government will continue providing quality and affordable healthcare service to our people. To this end, we propose to spend 97.7 billion, representing 14.4% of the budget, on quality healthcare development and delivery. With this sum, we will complete, equip, and furnish, and commission the zonal hospitals, and continue with the construction of the expanded psychiatric hospital and the new general hospital in Rumigbo. We will also rehabilitate more general hospitals and health centers across the state and ensure the procurement of essential drugs, medical supplies, and equipment for effective and efficient healthcare delivery. We will continue to provide more infrastructures and strengthen the capacity of Rivers State University Teaching Hospital to provide quality, effective, and efficient tertiary healthcare services to our citizens and visitors to the state. Finally, we will also continue to strengthen the health system by ensuring that every health center is serviced by a medical doctor, improving patient care, and enhances record management to ensure quality and efficiency in our healthcare delivery in rural communities. Transport and road infrastructures. Mr. Speaker, as you know, the provision of road and transport infrastructure is the oxygen of development and the surest pathway to sustainable human prosperity. Thus, our commitment to providing quality social economic infrastructure to accelerate economic growth, job creation, and improved standard of living of our people cannot be overemphasized. It is for this reason that we have proposed a 195 billion for the provision of road, transport, infrastructure across the state in the year 2025 fiscal budget. With this, we shall complete more of the numerous ongoing road projects and initiate the construction of new ones across the state, including the rural areas as proposed in the budget details. Mr. Speaker, Rivers State is ripe for the introduction of modern, secure, and comfortable, effective, and efficient multi-modal transportation system to move goods and services and accelerate social economic development and transformation of the state. Accordingly, we will support and facilitate the modernization of the public transport system through necessary incentive to experience an efficient local and domestic industries, investors who wishes to invest and develop the sub-transport sector to improve the quality of public transportation service in our states. Energy supply. We will complete all ongoing electrification projects, including delivering transformers and placing the generator-powered street light with solar energy-powered street lights across Port Harcourt, Obiakpom areas. This will save the state a lot of money from the purchase of diesel and the repair or replacement of broken generating sets. We will also ensure the passage of the Rivers State Electricity Market Bill to regulate and open the state's energy sector for private sector investment to achieve energy security and accelerate the industrialization for our states. Social development and investment. Mr. Speaker, we have proposed a 15.4 billion naira for social development subsector of our economy to advance youth and gender empowerment, job and wealth creation, sports development, and social inclusion. We shall collaborate with local government council to establish youth resource and digital transformation centers to enable them access digital tools, internet services, and training programs for our youth to become economically successful and sufficiently self-reliant. We will also continue to support and strengthen the capacity of state-owned sporting team, especially the Rivers United, Rivers Angel, and the Hoopers to enable them to excel and win more laurel for both national, regional, and international contests. Mr. Speaker, we appreciate the vital role small and medium enterprises plays in the state's economic development. Accordingly, we will continue to support small and medium enterprises development with access to fund, training, and infrastructures. Furthermore, we are boosting the state's culture and tourism sector with the concession of the Port Harcourt Tourist Beach for expansion and redevelopment with water parks and operationalization by a private company. We will also strengthen the relevant state institution to reorient and develop the creative skills and talent of our youths and empower them to become self-reliant, hardworking, successful entrepreneurs, and also job creators. Governance and security. Mr. Speaker, we have proposed over 213 billion for the provision of effective governance, public administration, social investment, and security of life and property for the 2025 fiscal year. This sum will enable us to execute our mandate on public governance and deliver the dividends of democracy to our people through purposeful and highly impactful social policies, programs, and projects in the most efficient, effective, and sustainable manner, and achieve our strategic vision of being a prosperous state with healthy economy, growth, and development. We will build the capacity of the civil servant through continuous training to enable them to deliver their portfolio mandates and make a meaningful impact in the state's development. Mr. Speaker, we are unwavering in our commitment towards keeping Rivers State safe, peaceful, secured for people to live, work, and visit. Accordingly, we shall continue to prioritize the provision of security by working with all stakeholders, including the federal government, local government chairmen, and our traditional rulers, to strengthen the state security apparatus, including surveillance and intelligence gathering, to ensure effective and sustainable security of life and property in our states. We will also continue to work and support the security agencies, including the armed forces, with the necessary logistics and cooperation to enable them to discharge their security responsibilities to the state and its people, and also protect the nation's economic infrastructures. We will implement necessary policies and programs to improve the quality of life, conserve biodiversity, and protect our environment for the present and future generation. Judiciary, law, and justice. Mr. Speaker, the judiciary, the law, and justice sector is indispensable in fostering economic growth, development, and protection of life and property. Therefore, we remain unwavering in upholding the rule of law and the judiciary independence and ensuring the quick and effective administration of justice to citizens. We are also committed to expanding access to justice by building more courtrooms, the appointment of more judges and magistrates, and ensuring that the well-being of all judicial officers and personnel are top on our priorities. Accordingly, we have proposed an 8.6 billion for law and justice sector in the year 2025 fiscal year. Conclusion. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, it is obvious that our government has risen to the challenges of development of our dear states with courage and commitment. Despite the many challenges we have faced, we have not lost focus on the expectation of our people on good governance, development, and improving the living standard of everyone. Under our stewardship, we have fulfilled our solemn duty of sound fiscal management and proved our profound commitment to accelerating economic growth and unprecedented expansion of social, economic, infrastructure, and human capital development. We have also pursued new approach to investment promotion and created an enabling environment for the private sectors to strive and create employment opportunities for our teeming youths. No other government, we quote, no other government in recent history has delivered more capital investment and captured the confidence of our people in our ability and commitment to deliver strategic development and the building of prosperous, sustainable, and inclusive progress in Rivers State than we have done. Therefore, today, we are presenting a budget that will empower us to consolidate the past gain stimulate further investment into our economy, and take our dear state to the next level of economic growth, social progress, and shared prosperity. Mr. Speaker, permit me to express my profound gratitude to the good people of Rivers State for their unwavering support, prayers, and trust over the last year and 7 months. I have had the privilege and honor to be a chief servant. I wish to also thank Mr. Speaker and the honorable members of the Rivers State House of Assembly for standing with us and the people of Rivers State at this auspicious time. Together, let us continue to work towards building a better and more prosperous future for our dear state. As I present the 2025 appropriation bill to this honorable House for consideration. Thank you for your kind attention. May God bless you all. God bless Rivers State.
Over 100 billion naira increase in revenue generation to meet as the House of Assembly. That is a prudent and efficient leader. Your Excellency, you did not also take any loan to fund expenditures in the 2024 fiscal year. Your Excellency, you implemented the 83,000 naira minimum wage, second to maybe Lagos State. You also completed old and abandoned projects to the tune of over 30 and initiated your own flagship projects. These projects are people-oriented projects, projects that impact in the lives and livelihood of Rivers people directly. Your Excellency, from your presentation today, the 10th Rivers State House of Assembly is very happy with your performance index. Your Excellency, you have done tremendously well with the expenditures of the 2024 budget. And we are certain that with the presentation of over 1 trillion naira of the 2025 projection, Your Excellency, we know that you will do exceedingly well. Your Excellency, we would encourage you not to be distracted. We would encourage you to continue to give your all for Rivers people, because that is the essence why we have been elected to serve. Your Excellency, the Rivers State House of Assembly, the 10th Assembly under our leadership, would ensure that we do our best and give you all the necessary support so that this administration will succeed and deliver the dividends of democracy to our people. Clerk, give the budget a first reading.
The Rivers State Appropriation Bill 2025 HA1, first reading.
The Rivers State Appropriation Bill 2025 HA1, first reading taken. Leader, please move a motion for His Excellency to depart